Semi-final, we have Team RageQuit against Team Ash, everybody. The final qualifier for the Masters Clash, qualifier number 4. One more team will directly qualify for the Masters Clash with an offline event in Paris, 12,000 euros of prize money. And Team Ash is off to a good start today because they were able to take down Granite Gaming in the first round today, in the first best of 3. With a 2-0. The comeback on especially Tomb of the Spider Queen was a bit nasty, but yeah, very unexpected that they won that map. So that was crazy. But again, now they're going up against Team RageQuit. And I'm definitely here for the ride. So Limu, of course, our Tracer boy over here. I mean, they have two players that really shine with their DPS lately. Limu and No Game No Life have now showcased not only good Sylvanas play, Tracer play, Genji play. So it's definitely a very dangerous team. Team RageQuit has, for a lot of people, also a bit of a special place in their heart now because they've been doing so well and really improved over time. But then you have the new version of Team Ash over here now too. And yeah, that's also kind of interesting. I mean, Team Ash is just reinventing themselves over and over and over and over again, which is also why they're changing the meaning of the acronym time and time again. Initially, it was Arthur's Troydrum, then it was, ah shit, here we go again. And now it's something completely different. Honestly, I didn't even bother to look it up this time because I'm like, I don't care. I get the idea. You change a few players around and then you're changing the acronym, but it always, or you keep the acronym, but you're always changing what it actually stands for, just as a bit of a running gag. But right now, I'm not interested anymore. So, well, with that, we got Genji banned. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. As mentioned, Limu and No Game No Life both have been playing some fantastic Genji games as of late, so yeah, color me surprised, not. Hogger gets banned. Third ban will be a little bit more interesting because I could see Tracer again targeted, maybe some of the other. I would definitely think that the damage dealer is going to be targeted by them, but we'll see how the draft plays out. Maybe there's something completely different that they're aiming for here, but limiting their pool a bit makes sense to me. So first pick for Team Ash. And they'll go for Lucio. Okay, so Renella is not going for Rega this time. Instead, we're getting Lucio so that it can boost between the lanes a bit quicker. Also, of course, kind of nice for the Shrine, but yeah. Rega would have been good here too. On Infernal Shrines, on the objective it's great. For the camp it's great. So they could have gone for the dog. Maybe he lost faith a little bit. But then to be fair, they won the last series. Rega twice, 100% win rate. And we get Hanzo and Malfurion immediately. Okay, so with Malfurion, there's of course the risk that Limu picks Tracer, which means a third ban Tracer becomes a little bit more likely now. Hanzo also. If you can't get one Shimada brother, then you can just opt for the other. And Blaze and Vala. Now I want a double support. Now I want them with the Rega pick and then swapping that around. I mean, if you're going for Vala, give me the auto attack style. I just like the stacking. Of course, this is Infernal Shrines. You go multi-shot, you're gonna get mad value out of it too. Once that you can just carpet the Shrine with one multi-shot after another, you're getting value against the opponent's heroes, you're getting value against the Shrine minions. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So, there's that. But then again, Leo also gets banned. That makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, Leo has a lot of wave clear. He's great for the rotation between the mid and the top lane. He's fantastic for the shrines. But yeah, there's Tracer and there's Tyrael. So as I said, I personally would have banned out Tracer. This was a bit too telegraphed considering that Malfurion was already picked. But then again, do you really believe that Team Ash is looking at this and is like, oh shit, Tracer, we totally didn't think about her. Of course they knew. So they are at this point just signaling that they're fine with it. They're saying like, yep, take your Tracer. Tyrael for Shizakit, that was more or less also something that could be expected. They seem to be okay with that. Maybe the confidence is unwarranted, but time will tell. Solo support Vala. Could still go into auto attack if they want to just get good attacks in against Tracer. But as mentioned, you have a lot of wave clear with her that you can use too. Question is, do you need it? Because now you have Gul'dan. So he's normally the one that comes in with most of the wave clear and just like deals with it on that end. And you have Jojo. And you have Blaze. I mean, talk about wave clear, right? A little bit of solid single target damage would probably not be a bad idea. Last pick, down for life. Since we're going to get Sanctification, let's go Sonya. Map number 1, semi-final at the final qualifier for the Masters Clash. So let's get things going here between Team RageQuit and Team Ash. Game number 1, blue team with Shizakid on Tyrael. We got Down for Life on Sonya. Alex is playing Malfurion. We got Limu on Tracer, as usual. Maybe not quite the best characterization considering that he's playing a lot of Genji and other heroes too, but his Tracer is definitely something that he's a bit infamous for. No game, no life with Hanzo, and on the right side of the map in red we got Renella on Lucio, and Nenopi is indeed going for Fire at Will on level 1, so they are murdering the wave clear here. They got Morenas on Johanna, they got Maitri on Blaze, and Farlander with a Pursuit of Flame, the Fell Flame build that we've now seen from them twice today on this first map of the series. And they took Reddit Gaming down in the first round, so that was quite the accomplishment. And that of course also means that Team RageQuit is having a tough battle ahead of themselves. But this could be a real nice series. So yeah. Tracer with Tyrael and Malfurion was more or less telegraphed in the draft what that would be. With the early Malfurion pick, they were at least like baiting the ban on Tracer, but it didn't happen, so they went for it. So yeah, good for them. And now an opportunity to maybe lock in a W on the first map. But before the party starts, I mean, we got the camps coming up in a second, so then it's all about the Khaldor camps for now. They're already starting to dive in a little bit into the opponent's backline in an attempt to get a kill against either Lucio or another squishy. So yeah, Tracer's doing quite a bit of that. The camp shouldn't really be a problem. No Game No Life is going to poke a bit here. But yep, Khaldor camp is taken, and they're even rotating Blaze now down, as there's a likely fight happening for the third camp on the map, which is of course all the way down at the bottom. Now Sonya is also starting to move over, so she's another one that's going to say hi pretty quickly. I'm not sure if they're fast enough to take this here. Blaze is still in the middle, Blaze is rotating down, Sonya has to defend, so they have a small time advantage, and the red team, yeah, pulls it off. Blue team, Team RageQuit, they realized it too. They had the chance, or they had the choice to either move with Sonya down to the bottom of the map, miss out on some experience, and probably receive a bit more damage on the wall, or just let the camp go, and they decided that they don't need the camp just yet. But that was a nice setup from Team Ash. They played that very well and got it for free, so to say. There was only a slight poke around, and that was that. Slam build for Sonya, all the way up at the top. They were hoping to go for Maitri. He doesn't fall for the trap. He's just sitting there, freezes the lane a little bit and says like, yeah, keep it coming. I'm not going to engage. Instead, we're going now for our camp because the objective is going to be announced in a second. And this time it's a Mortar Shrine up at the top lane. Yeah, so far so good. Not a single kill yet, just a bit of poke. That could be the first one though. Farlander, yeah, he's gonna fall. No. Oh boy, he's not gonna fall. Tyrael instead is super low. Now he doesn't die to this, but boy, that was close. He was at 66 hit points or something, and now he has to half back, and that just happens when we have the first objective up. Now the side laners, I was actually expecting them to still be in the mid and the bot lane to get the early level 7, but that doesn't happen. Another quick pause, so I hope that everything is fine here for them. And Tracer apparently disconnected, so yep, that's bad news. One of the players out, and that is happening just as the objective spawns, so you kinda need your damage dealer to join the fight up at the top. Limu is back. Apparently he had a couple of problems with his ping, but now he's back to business, so it was actually not a disconnect. They're still trying to get level 7 by using Tracer at the bottom of the map to take some of these down. Now moving towards the top, and it's a bit of a different strategy here. Team Ash is just saying, well, we don't care. We're going to take such a significant lead on the objective. with our 5 heroes over here, that even if you get the early level 7, it's not going to be a problem for us. And they also can still, of course, take these minion waves down too, which will bring them pretty close as well. The chase then again is on as Maitri rotates into the middle. So yeah, they let a lot of this happen. Level 7 is now here for Team RageQuit, but Maitri is still soaking XP. Hanzo is down at the bottom, and Blaze should get this eventually. As the fight is still happening, and we have 33 stacks now for Team Ash. So once again, their strategy plays out. They lost a bit of experience because they're rotating Blaze down slowly. Tracer and Hanzo were both hoping that they could get a kill, but both of them already took a lot of damage here too. And now with level 7, they can make not only the play at the top, but push because the gate has been destroyed previously. So this is another very strong opportunity for Team Ash to get slightly ahead in the game. Normally you only get the gate. In this case, they are moving back, rotate into the middle, trying to take the gates down there too. But even just the 50% of HP that were taken off the main structure, the top side, that's already a victory for them. So I like what Team Ash is currently pulling off here. They're making some pretty nice moves, they make some good decisions, and things are, at least for now, working out for them. Focusing more on the camps now than anything else. I highlighted during the draft already how much wave clear they have. I mean, literally every single hero that they have right now, with maybe the exception of their support, has some very, very strong wave clear. I mean, just compare the numbers between the two teams here. There's obviously only so much wave clear damage to go around. You are limited. But yeah, they have way, way, way of a lead on that one. And that allows them to quickly rotate between lanes, push the opponent back, and really apply pressure. Now, Team RageQuit is doing a great job staying slightly ahead in experience, so with an early level 10, don't really think it's going to play a big role, but if they can maybe also net themselves a kill before that, they might just have enough time with level 10 abilities to drop a wall, get a kill, initiate. I mean, you can obviously also go for Leap and Judgment here, which I do not think we're going to see, but it would be funny. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that, but just imagine it for a second. That would be pretty amazing. Up to the point where Lucio has his level 10, and that would be, yeah, probably pretty useless. But that fort at the top, that's more or less gone. So they are doing really well controlling the map for now. We have Leap! We have Leap, so we are not getting Judgment, but we're getting Leap at least. And there's the arrow and the kill, popping the Sanctification. The only thing that missed was missing was the Leap, and we might get it now. Yeah. And goodbye. Vala down and the kill against Gul'dan. Both of the damage dealers gone. There's a full 5-man at the bottom of the map, so the first 2 kills go over to Team RageQuit. And they save the day with the Tranquility on Malfurion as they are making a move for the next kill. Morenas in trouble, gets the W, and thanks to Lucio he's able to escape. But that of course exposes the fort at the bottom of the map completely. And they claim it. And hello, Tracer. Limu darts in deep to get Johanna. 3 kills to 0. Nice. Very well done. Now, in the middle of the map, Maitri got some XP for his team, but they're now trailing behind by roughly half a level. And the big advantage that they had through objective number 1 and them rotating well between the lanes is gone. We have 21 stacks for Vala and for Gul'dan on their level 1 talents. But Team RageQuit has just stepped it up quite a bit. And that is really going to help them on the objective too, if they are able to delay it, because they might just get level 13. If they now take another wave down here at the bottom, then maybe in the middle, but Sonya's top, they could get level 13 here. You just have to make sure that they're not falling too far behind. And again, the wave clear that we are seeing for Team Ash is too big of an issue. So you can't give them a lot of time. I mean, look how far ahead they are already. 16 to 3. So you know this is going to become problematic if you are not here with 5. And Sonya is making no moves down to the bot lane. Instead, she's staying topside, trying to break the wall down and maybe even destroy the fort or at least damage it. There's the arrow, and nice! Sound barrier is out, and that allows them to save Vala. Great job. So Vala is saved, and they're gonna get this one for sure. Frozen Punisher's in, but they might lose Falender. No! He goes for the drain, or at least tries to. Gets the heal. Sonya is taking the top fort. Sonya has just taken the top 4 down. So that's already worth it for Team RageQuit. The Punisher is still at the bottom of the map, so it has to be dealt with. The level 13 talents are a bit of a problem. Punisher is doing work, but not enough, I guess. And Vala is dead as Tyrael moved in together with the rest of the team. Sonya with another lead too. So Team RageQuit is raging hard in game 1. Yeah, they are really angry. Boy, 4 kills to 0 and now a big lead too. Team Ash just took down Granite Gaming in the first round. But at least on the first map, between these two, Team RageQuit has the significant lead and just the upper hand in these fights. Clearly. So much aggression coming, of course, from Tracer. Yeah, that one was a fat finger right there. So Shizakid fat fingering his ult. I don't think that was intentional. Maybe he just wanted to show how dominant they are. It's like, guys, I can literally just fucking press R whenever I want and use my ult, even if it doesn't do anything. That's how good we are. That's how little we respect you. You are nothing to us. Yeah, that's obviously not really what went on there. So instead, we have them, with an ult that is now on cooldown for another 66 seconds. And they're pausing the game again, because apparently they actually have a disconnect right now. So these guys have some real problems with the connection, it seems. Problem solved pretty quickly, I suppose. So I'm not sure if he really disconnected or what was the case there, but either way. Malfurion is back to business. And here we go. We got all the way up at the top. Still down for life, sitting tight. Blaze obviously is still pushing out the top lane a little bit. And down here they're trying to make plays with Shizakid, harassing. Tracer can jump in as well. Make a bit of a play there. So let's see what they can do right now. Because they are half a level away from 16. It's a 2-level lead that they're already rocking here. Yeah. And oh, the lead misses, but the spear connects and Nedopi is still in trouble. But this time it is Sonya that dies. The typical Russian aggression here. They could have waited until level 16. They just said, nope, we're gonna take that fight to them. Like even before we have the talent lead. Let's just go straight in and take Vala down. But then first the ult missed, and after that a good reaction from Lucio prevented them from getting the kill. Arrow beautifully soaked by Johanna as she activates the W. Only it's the damage, not the stun. But they are still poking, still applying pressure. 4 kills to 1 now, so the only kill that they got thus far was the counter kill on Sonya. Yeah, but that's the end of Jojo. Walks right into the trap with 4 heroes only, but a level 16 talent advantage. They are applying pressure, getting kills. Now Sonya is back as well. Topside Shrine is going to be activated next. But they are just working this one. 39,000. We got 20,000 damage for Vala. She's the top damage on the red team. So she's at half the damage that we're seeing from Hanzo. And they're still a level behind. Yeah, this is getting more dangerous by the minute because Hanzo is doing some real work in the middle of the map. Nano P is also low, so that's another problem. With Tracer diving in and out, she's doing an enormous... I mean, it's not only the damage amount that she has. She's at 26,000, but it's more so the continuous pressure that we're seeing from Limo and his Tracer that is the problem. If you never feel that you are safe no matter where you position yourself, that's a problem. Triple arrow. Yep, still has Sanctification. Could use it in the choke point if need be. But seems like they're making a play for the camp. And Sonya is here. She could leap. And there it is. Hits 2 of them. And immediately Vala's in trouble. Gets murdered by Tyrael. They're forcing Blaze to bunker up. They take Jojo down again. And I think they can also, with a bit of body blocking, taking Maitrai down. And that's indeed what happens. So now, not only do they take the camp, or they can also go for the top lane, take that a bit down, maybe destroy the entire wall even before they get the objective. Yeah, they're dominating right now. 49,000 damage for Hanzo. And talking about Hanzo, he's not even going to the top. He's sitting at the bottom of the map trying to push another wave out because it could help them to get a hit. And Tracer! Yeah, apparently the Sanctification here came a moment too late, so Tracer is dead. That might be them just being a bit too optimistic. That's the big danger, of course, that you run into when you're too dominant on the map, that at some point you're getting slightly too cocky. And there's that. But yeah. I mean, we'll honestly see what they're going to do here. Down at the bottom of the map, we currently have no game, no life. Against my try. Oh, haha! That could have been a kill. Yeah, that was spicy. Okay, so that was actually a pretty cool play from No Game No Life. Wanted to go for the solo kill, but couldn't quite. With them losing Tracer, they had to give up the top objective. So yeah, them being this aggressive and trying to dive deep is starting to be an issue. And this is a mistake that a lot of the teams make, obviously, because once your opponent has level 16 talents, if you are not rocking 20 at this point, then you are still fighting on even talents. You might have a stats advantage because of the extra level that you have, but the team fight is still being played out on even talents, and then losing a hero before that is a problem. So they were a bit too optimistic, a bit too greedy, and went straight for continued pressure at the top, which then cost Tracer her life. Now they can defend this objective pretty well, and they lost the fort, but that's not the end of the game. They're still massively ahead here, since they have now level 20 talents in another few seconds. They are of course still 2 levels ahead, and structurally speaking, they have a mad advantage, but the game is definitely still salvageable, and Team Ash had some crazy comebacks in the last few games, and now they take Sonya down. So that's a big problem, but at least Jojo dies as Limu goes in for another kill, and they're moving in for Shizake. Tyrael is dead too, was interrupted on his sanctification. They go for Farlander and they drop him. Limu dies too. Jesus, what the hell? Malfurion is dead and No Game No Life is being chased. He's gonna fall eventually. He's gonna fall eventually. 5-man team wipe. The entire team has been taken down. The top lane keep is now in trouble. Down at the bottom of the map, they're going for another fort, and they are on level 20 in another second. 7 kills to 10. Once again, Team Ash, it's the comeback team. Seriously. Like, think about the first series that they played. They are always coming back into the game. They are always in a situation where it feels like, hey, they can't win this anymore. They're getting absolutely dominated at the beginning, and then all of a sudden they're bringing it back and they're just starting to pull ahead. They take the first keep down in this game. That's keep gone. Keep is gone, and they've taken every single fort with the exception of the one in the middle. They have their level 20 talents now. Shizake pausing the game again. I don't know what's going on with those boys, but it is starting to worry me a little bit. This is the 3rd time now that we have a pause in the game from them. And yeah, that is definitely starting to become problematic. I don't know if it impacted the last fight or if it had no real role there, but it's definitely not a good thing. Breaks the rhythm, of course, for both of the teams too. So yeah, that's a problem. Level 20 talents are slowly coming in. We're going to get the Radiating Faith, obviously upgrade onto Haunt. We're going to get the Fortified Bunker, Vala very likely with a Farflight Quiver, and I suppose the upgrade for Lucio too. So real nice talents that they now have, especially the combo with Farflight Quiver and Manticore is incredibly powerful. You can do a lot of damage to Tracer. One of the things that she can't dodge are those auto attacks. Down here at the bottom of the map, Siege Giants or Khazra still have to be dealt with. But we are now 15-16 minutes into the game. The next objective spawns bot side. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher. And that is then going to decide which team is taking the lead here. Because right now it's still fairly even. Obviously it plays a big role that the keep has been obliterated at the top. So Catapults will eventually push through that lane. But yeah, it's more than a bit interesting what's happening here. And especially today, Team Ash is just celebrating one comeback after another. Okay, so apparently another disconnect. Oh, Gul'dan, look at you. So Vala went into the Farflight Quiver, but we have Gul'dan with a Demonic Circle. Apparently he is done with being chased down by Tracer and wanted to have more survivability. Yeah, no Haunt for them. It's not too bad either. So, yeah, haven't seen that in a while though. So, yep, circle plays are already being made. And let's see if that is going to save his bony ass once or twice. No ult yet from Lucio, so yeah, he's still waiting this out too. And I gotta admit that I'm just fascinated by the fact that Team Ash is just pulling these comebacks off time and time again today. 30 stacks for Vala. We also, of course, have now with level 20. I mean, we got the whole arena over here. We got the get stuffed. Hanzo is still poking, getting some vision, and they are already taking control over the shrine. And are just showing Vala here. It's all about vision at this point. How much you show, where you position your heroes, trying to lay a bit of a trap. Hanzo's gonna poke this as much as he can. But yep, there's another one. And guys, this is 3 catapults already. We already have 3 catapults at the top. They didn't take these down. And the objective is spawning in 30. They don't have time to go to the top and send the hero down in time. It's Sonya. Sonya is not going to be here in time. 20 seconds, that's not enough to obliterate the catapults and then move back down. So there will be a lead for Team Ash. Well, maybe she's actually closer than I thought. Okay. Yep, there's as expected. The Bossa Nova. 4 seconds. And Sonya's actually with them. Alright, I'll take it back. Apologies. She had the perfect amount of time. They don't have position. But still. Yeah, and there's already some poking happening right now. Keep the demonic circle in mind. Farlander, he might be able to make his way back out. And then he's also slowly come back. Oh, he actually repositioned it too. So he moved it down to the top now. Here's the arrow, gets hit. Where's Tracer? Already the Bossa Nova. Immediately, but the jet propulsion, the horrify, sanctification, saving the day for them. And here comes the leap, and Vala is dead. Blue team coming in with the kills. Demonic circle being used already, but Farlander should maybe not have shown himself immediately. So yeah, he's still dead. I guess he was still moving at the time. Catapults at the top are soon going to make a move for the key, but not soon enough. Morenas is hearthing back, and they are moving into the middle now. You can tell that they want more than only the keep. They want to end this. They're fully aware that this is a bit risky. That they are starting to run into trouble. And this is gonna become a big issue. Yeah, here you go. The keep is gone. Can they defend here? They got Jojo. Jojo's are blind, so that helps a little bit. But I think they're going to lose Mitra here. He gets his armor out again, and Tracer takes him down. 16 seconds for Vala. It's not enough time. Yeah, it's too much time. 60% on the core. They're coming in here. Jojo is doing what she can. Condemn, blind, the leap, and the kill as Lucio falls. And after it looked like a fantastic comeback, Team Ash is able... Well, it's not able to come back, and it's Team RageQuit who takes the lead in the best of 3 series.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Okay, Cursed Hollow, map number 2. We've been here before. This is the 3rd time that we are launching the draft, because there were some more disconnect issues. Now, we got a 1-0 lead for Team RageQuit. Nearly. It was so close for Team Ash to pulling off another comeback. But wasn't quite possible for them at the end of the day then. Team RageQuit, they take the lead and they have now a chance to move on to the grand final with a victory here. Again, Cursed Hollow was the map choice of Team Ash. So they decided against taking first pick, first ban and opted for choosing the map. And Cursed Hollow is not really a map that we see all that often. So I'm already a little bit hyped for it, because I want to see why they picked it. Now, we have Brightwing banned and Sylvanas is banned again. I would be very much not surprised if they also ban Genji again and then maybe even ban Tracer this time. As I said in the first draft, I expected Tracer to be the 3rd ban, and they decided to not do that. And that led to Tyrell and Tracer being chosen in the next double rotation for Team RageQuit. And as you could see, that was pretty successful. I mean, Team Ash obviously knew that was an option, and they felt confident that they could deal with it, especially since they had Horrify and a couple of other tools, but they were proven wrong, and now they gotta decide how they want to play this one out. Cursed Hollow, again, is a map where you have a lot of options with double bosses, which tribute you want to fight for, which you want to let slide, and they're making adjustments immediately. They're banning out Tyrael instead. He is great here too, not only for fights that you have in any of the choke points, but on top of that also for boss battles, where you with the Sanctification can easily win the day for the team. Dehaka, so we got a global for Team RageQuit right off the bat. With Brightwing banned, that leaves mainly Falstad. Cursed Hollow is a map where we occasionally see Vikings. Doesn't happen a lot, but every now and then. If you have a good Vikings player on your team, and you have a good 4-man drafted, then you can definitely try that out. Rhaegar and Blaze. So after Renella just played Lucio and it didn't really go their way, he now goes for Rhaegar again. Yeah, when they took Granite Gaming down, they had Rhaegar in both games. And here we have him again on the doggy. So, let's get the double pick. Yeah, what are they playing now? They have a global already. Are we gonna get in Genji early on? No, they go for the double global right away. Deckard Kane obviously is really nice here because there's so many choke points. And for battles on the boss. But Falster with the Mighty Gust is gonna be good there. Got Dehaka. And with the double global, you can also try to completely out-rotate your opponent. And that is a bit weird now, because even, like, let's assume for a second that Team Ash initially was thinking, okay, we're going to pick Cursed Hollow and maybe by even playing the Vikings here, right? Let's just assume they did that. Whether or not it's true doesn't matter. Now you have 2 globals against you, and that makes it much, much easier for the blue team to keep up in experience and maybe also get a couple of easy hits in against the Vikings and stacks. So even if your initial goal was to go for Viking people and try to blindside your opponent, this makes it now a lot less attractive. Not impossible, but definitely less attractive. And I personally don't think that they had that planned to begin with. But there's Genji, so they're picking it this time, up against Falstad, of course. Genji likes chicken, always has, comes in for the birdie and tries and take him down. And we got Morenas on Diablo. With Garrosh and Tychus. Alright, gimme that bigger they are. And here comes Lul Nara. Bambi in the house once again, together with Genji, responsible for the damage. We're heading into game number 2 of the semifinal at the last qualifier for the Masters Clash, everybody. Cross-follow. Game number 2 in the series. Shizakid on Garrosh, Limu on Tychus this time. Alex, Batman on Deckard Kane. We got Down for Life on Dehaka. And No Game, No Life on the Birdie. Renella with Rhaegar. We got Nenopi on Lunara. Morenas on Diablo. Genji, played by Farlander, with the Agile Dismount. And Maitrai is playing a Blaze. Half a zoo in this game. We got a bird, we got a dog, we got a deer. So, and the old relic over there. Anyways. Level... Ooh, auto attack style. Alright. That is changing things a little bit. So he goes for the press the advantage on level 1. We're going to get him with full auto attack. Could also go with that in the rhythm if you wanted to. But on level 7 that should result in a combat tactician as a talent. So yeah, that is definitely changing things up a bit for Tychus. Limo likes his auto attacks, not only on Tracer, but also on Tychus, as it seems. Has played it in the past, is playing it again, and we'll see how successful that's gonna be for them on this map. First of all, we have Garrosh in trouble. And can the potion... Yes, the potion can be thrown out. And Deckard Kane saves the day. Stay a while and listen. Haha. Yeah, old geezer everywhere. Now, in the middle, No Game, No Life. Yeah, he still needs to hold the XP here. Now, again, they got 2 globals. So once that the map opens up a little bit and we're looking at, let's say, the forts being destroyed, that's going to be big. Genji. Farlander with good aggression here. I like that he went for it. Now, we've all had our fair share of quick match or Storm League Genjis that just think that they can, at the beginning of the game, immediately dive into a fort and then die a painful death. But at least the way that he played it, he still survived. And he nearly got the kill too. And just makes a bit of a statement at the beginning, right? Comes in and just is like, hey, if you're making a move out, then that's what happens. So, yeah. Now, with Alex, old man with a stick. I gotta laugh every single time he's like hitting them with that. Oh god, I absolutely love it. He needs like a club or something. But yeah, baseball, Deckard Kane. Just picture that for a second. Honestly, I think what would be way better than baseball Deckard Kane would be baseball Leoric. Can you imagine that when he just like swings the skeleton swing, everything, hits it out of the park? That would be just so damn good. That would be real great skin. That would honestly be a skin that, if Blizzard gave a shit about this game, they could introduce. And I'm pretty sure that would find a lot of people that would lock it in. Now, to be fair, Leo already has a lot of great skins, but then again, he's also a popular hero. So, yeah. Experience lead that we have for Team Ash is, by the way, quite significant. I mean, they are very heavily ahead. And that is despite the fact that it is the blue team that runs the 2 globals. So, yeah. Down to the bottom of the map. Already we're getting the bird doing its thing. And there it is, by the way, in the rhythm. So, as I said, the adjustments are happening. With Press the Adventures, the level 1 talent, Limo is now working to extend the duration of the minigun a little bit. And it's the first objective. My tried. But was interrupted. He might try again. But they are still playing for Diablo. Careful, baby. Yes, we also got, not like this, the overkill, and Tychus is down. 17 stacks for him. Genji, by the way, died too, and you know why? Because he wasn't protected. If he was protected, then yeah, that's a bit different. Yeah, good body blocking, and bye-bye Diablo. Bye-bye tower. Yeah, that worked well for them. They lost Tychus, and then they take down Genji, and all of a sudden they not only get a second kill, but they're also taking the entire wall. So, yeah, good shit. They lost the tribute, though. So, they lost the tribute. And up at the top, we got Down for Life now. Looking for the tongue. And with the Comeback Tactician on level 7, we're of course looking for Tychus for additional stacks. I'm a sucker for minigames and for just like stacking in general. It doesn't make them the best talents always, but it's kind of fun to see if a player is able to do a whole lot with that. And in particularly this case, Tychus is kind of relying on Garrosh to prevent him with opportunities to get the stacks out. Yeah, gets stuff. Okay, nice, good save. Yeah, so just picture, for example, if he throws any target straight towards Tychus and he gets an entire minigun duration through. Early game is all that matters here. You get exponentially more stacks towards the late game if you're pulling this off properly. And I can't wait to see what they can do here if he's able to stack this towards the late game. Now, him dying a bit earlier did of course not help. Yeah, they get some damage on my try. They might get a lot here. Minigun is already in. And he gets pretty much the entire minigun duration through. Or so I thought, but he only locked in 7 stacks. But they go for Morenas again, and this time Diablo dies. So yeah, well done. Another hit, and nearly the connect with Blaze. So this tribute seems like a freebie for them. And they also have now taken over in experience a bit. Obviously, a lot of that had to do with Down for Life being able to immediately move down to the bottom of the map. Genji is here and is going to pick that up. But, yep. There we go. I like that. So, them hiding from the map means that they are more or less suggesting that the boss is being taken, which isn't the case. But yeah, that could have been cool. Alright, there it is. Gets the stacks again, easily, or at least a few. Damn, he's completely just sitting tight. 3 stacks only, a lot of stuns involved there, and that shut Limo down big. He's probably pretty pissed by this, because the setup was great. He had a target right in front of him, activated the minigun, and then he just got stunned out and couldn't hit anything. But he's sitting at 30 stacks and they have level 10. Stay a while and get wrecked on Deckard Cain. And off we go. Bottom of the map. As the level 10 abilities for the red team now. So we're going to have our fight for the 3rd tribute between the 2 of them. And Unstoppable is already out. So far, Odin is working well for them, but they got in retreat because Shizakid is taking a bit of a beating. Falls dead, flying in, could barrel and gust, just gusts, straight into the tower range, and Deckard Cain with a follow-up. Nice! They get a kill. I honestly thought they could be they could lock in the second one, but no. But that kill alone against Dibbles was already worth it. Yeah, so just a quick look at that. Check this one out. So, gets gusted in, perfect opportunity. Hits 4 of them. Deckard Cain with a follow-up. The Ancestral didn't hit the right target, I would assume. I think he wanted to go for Diablo here, but they still got 1 kill. And that's all that they needed in that situation. And Nano P is dead. Yeah, well done. So, that's another kill. 5 kills to 1 now for Team RageQuit. If they can keep the pace up here, there's no doubt that they are moving to the grand final. But we have the comeback kings in action. Team Ash has been doing fantastic in previous games and series when it comes to coming back in the middle and late game. So I wouldn't count them out yet. Things are not going well for them, that's definitely true. But you should probably never count them out here. Alright, couple of minigun stacks again, and he's sitting at 47 right now. And Tychus is starting to do some real work with his level 4. It's nothing too insane just yet, so don't get me wrong, but he's sitting at 20,000 damage. That puts him into the top damage seat in this game. Yeah, false stat. But yeah, nice Sudoku move by Bambi. So Lunara was trying, but was hoping at least for a trade, and she couldn't get that either. So they're getting a bit desperate here. That's 13 on the board now for Team RageQuit, and of course it's a talent advantage plus 6 kills to 1. Dehaka is still sitting at the top and is just destroying structures, so doesn't even make a move. And that could be a curse. Bambi is back, but I'm not sure if she can get back down in time. And they're still lacking the talent. They're still lacking level 13. Neo Steel coding is also up, and they just accept the curse. They just eat it. Which means that they should immediately move past. They got the Siege Giants already. This one's going to be taken down one way or another. So they're moving into the middle instead. Limu can take this on. Yeah, he's just zoning him out, saying like, dude, just get away here. But they took both of the camps, so that's actually nice, because that's counter pressure. And Dehaka just now fell too, as Falstad is taking over. It seems like they're still willing to fight for this, and I'm honestly a bit surprised that they do. They don't have to. The minion waves are obviously pushing, but there's still camps on both lanes. That is a great defense from Team Ash. Good gust, I like it. But mid lane, that's not as much damage that they should be doing here. Bottom of the map gets not pressured back either, because the Siege Giants are still occupying them. So they need to get a bit more done here. This is honestly pretty disappointing for a curse. For the first curse of the game, you want to get more than the fort. And honestly, the fort wasn't even locked in because of the curse. The fort they got because they got a kill and then just destroyed it. So yeah, Dehaka is now at least getting some experience and sitting at the top. But that was a pretty weak curse. That was pretty weak. And part of that is because Team RageQuit didn't make the right plays there or lost the hero. That happens. But part of this is also because Team Ash did a great job at defending, and the way they did it is by immediately, when they realized, hey, we're gonna get cursed, take the camps and play around those. Okay. So there's already a little bit of a play. Nemo got a few more stacks together. 76 for him now. Yeah, and Dehaka is sitting at the side. This is the big threat. The double global. That's the big threat here. 2 globals that can always pressure the side lanes throughout the entire game and make the plays there. And that's the real deal. Now, Farlander sees all of this, of course, so they know that the boss is taken. But even if they're just wasting the time of Team Ash, that's great, as long as nobody dies. And Deckard Kane, yeah, sorry dude, you ran into the wrong direction, he's dead. I mean, that was a gift right there. The old man was confused and he needed Google Maps, but you know, all that new shit, technology is not really his best friend. He's from a different time. Where's my map? Stay a while and what is Google? Oh. And yeah, thought for some reason, you know, like he's getting a little bit older. Thought his base was on the right side, not the left side. I mean, it happens, I suppose. So yeah, he just doesn't like technology. He still has a landline, you know. But yeah, either way. Don't you have phones? 6 kills to 3, level 16. Well, they got it, but come on, please, someone. Get a grenade or something, I don't care. Please, just take that thing down. That is just triggering me hard. Bosses, of course, got stolen, and now they can take that at the bottom. Yeah, level 16 talents already. Seems like they're just hoping that someone is going to move in so that they can attack too, but that ain't happening. Team Ash is fully aware that they need level 16 before they can make any meaningful moves. Okay. But down to the bottom of the map, seems like the fort will still hold. Yep, the fort holds. Good for them. The Wisp is moving in. And there's a level 16 talent for both. Okay, now we are in for a couple of real fights. But the double global is still an issue, as pointed out previously. And Dehaka is illustrating that very nicely as he's still sitting at the bottom of the map. They go for Odin, and someone needs a heal, and he needs it quick. Nice! Good move to save Limo. It didn't work out, but I like the idea behind it. The Ancestral to save Blaze was great, though, and even the Haka has joined the fight now, but he was a bit too late for that. So this is exactly the kind of plays that Team Ash has to make if they want to come back here. Nice stuff. So, at that point, we got at the top, next boss taken. Seems like they have a bit of a subscription on bosses. Falstad and Garrosh haven't died yet. Neither have Rega or Blaze. And they're sitting at the bottom of the map now. In an both of the globals do. Could also sneak that one in, and indeed they should, and they do. But this is getting interesting. Because now Team Ash is really starting to come back into the game. They are closing the experience gap. They have now 2 bosses. They're getting ahead in... Well, maybe not ahead in structures, but they're definitely catching up, right? The bottom fort is very low. The one at the top is falling to the boss now. Siege Giants that are being taken here on the left side will eventually help to deal with it. But they're still falling behind. And Genji is getting caught, so he jumped in, and then the Haka just went... And that was the end of that. So, yeah. Down for life, moving out, no game, no life. It's just sitting there. It's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I think he cared a little bit when he saw Diablo, but not enough to do anything about it. So yeah, they were still looking for them. But at least they're taking the fort at the bot lane down. The fort at the top, as mentioned before, has already fallen. Now in the middle of the map, everybody is still fine here too. It's an interesting one. There's obviously the threat for Team Ash that Team RageQuit is going to win this now. With the 2-0, and they don't have a chance to move in with the third map, but yeah. Okay. 79 stacks on the minigun by now. It's all about the duration increase, and on top of that we got the sizzling attacks. So that is pretty neat as well. Sizzling attacks, near the coding, so he has it all at this point. He's gonna go for the big red button. And Limu's damage against Diablo in particular is pretty solid. But we have him at only 29,000 damage, whereas Lunara is sitting at 30. 28,000 for Genji. And with the next tribute now appearing on the map, even without level 20, the blue team has to fight, because that is a curse tribute. So they're trying to get to 20. It's only half a level. They still have 13 seconds. Yeah, they're taking most of this down. But I'm not sure if they get enough. But they can maybe get the kill. Yeah, nice taunt. Great damage from especially Tychus. Stay a while and get wrecked. But they're not racking anything now. Instead, they might be on the receiving end of this one. Yeah, Lightning Breath, very little value out of it because everybody immediately dodged out. There's still a camp in the middle that is pushing. 20 is getting closer and closer. Rega wants the tribute and might get it here. Nobody's getting close enough for an interrupt, so they indeed have the curse. Mid lane needs to be defended, and we don't get the big red button. No, it's the bob and weave again. He's at 91 stacks now. Bob and weave. Respect the elderly. And no game, no life. Straight up down at the bottom of the map. Yeah, level 20. So we're gonna get that in one. I mean, it's great for the defense. I don't think that Team Ash can really push too much. So RageQuit is still in a decent position. They might lose their fort. I don't think there's more than that happening. I don't think they're gonna lose a keep. Yeah, Bambi, little does she know. Would have been fantastic if you just would have checked here. But yeah, walls are being taken down. At least mostly. Actually, Lunara with Leaping Strike should probably keep those up. It's always a bit of a weird question, right? On the one hand, you want to keep them up so that you have an escape tool. On the other, it's all about vision on the map. And in this late stage of the game, probably denying vision is better than anything else. There's the Mighty Gust. We got the Lord of Terror on 20. Storm Talents for both. And they already got the Fortified Bunker out. Genji is getting pressured back a little bit. Limu is still alive. They take the bunker nearly apart. Here comes another play, and Limu is very much alone. X-Strike, the push, and that's the end of Tychus. Can they get a counter kill? I don't think so. Seems like it's now the end of the Haka, and all of a sudden, we're having everybody dead or dying on the side of Team RageQuit, which means another boss for Team Ash, and they have fully caught up. With that boss, they could destroy the bottom keep now. Yep. They could definitely go for that. They have a Siege Giant camp, they have a catapult, and they got the boss. What more do you want? That should be key. With Tychus not being available, he could use Odin to defend. But well, he's dead. So they can take this. And this is starting to become probably pretty annoying for Team RageQuit. I would be pissed. Given how far ahead they were, being in this situation right now is definitely not fun for them. So right now, the keep is gone, and they might just go for the core, because that boss is more or less at full HP. So there's the Gust again. The Haka isn't here. They try to go for Morenas. Nice! Good move with the Ancestral, but now they're getting all of them. Oh, are they not? No way. No way! The Haka... How? Like, how? How the hell did they get out there? The core is falling. How the hell did they get out? That has to be a win at this point for Team Ash. They got some hit points back. Diablo is finally dead, but they can't kill the boss. There's way too much damage. This is game. We're going game number 3. We are going to the final map in the series at the semi between Team Ash and Team RageQuit. Team Ash did it again. Another comeback. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the final map in the series, and the winner will move on to the grand final of the day. But yeah, Team RageQuit was not happy about that, I would assume. And it was well played by Team Ash. I, for the longest time, didn't really believe that they could start yet another comeback, but well, I shouldn't doubt them. That is the third one today alone, I think. So yeah, very, very nicely done by Team Ash. And now that they have forced this third map, there's a chance for them to move on to the grand final of this fourth qualifier. And keep in mind, this is the last qualifier. So the way that this works is that you have each qualifier, the winning team qualifies automatically for the event. So that in and of itself gives you 4 teams, and then the remaining 4 teams for the 8-team bracket will be determined by which teams did the best throughout all the qualifiers. There's a lot of scenarios currently floating around where we could get a couple of tiebreakers at some point, where some teams could tie for 8th place. And since Team Ash has only played this qualifier to my knowledge, I don't think that they played in any of the previous qualifiers, and if they did, then they didn't go far. It's really important for them to go to the grand final, and ideally, of course, win it. So Genji gets banned. Last time we had Genji banned out and Sylvanas banned out. They really like to target the damage dealers from Team RageQuit, but they're going for the Tyrell ban again. And with that, we now got the ban. Yeah, okay, they're the ones. They're the ones banning out Sylvanas. And Junkrat is banned too. Okay, so yeah, let's get the show started. We had the map choice by the blue team, so they decided against picking first pick, first ban. Went for the map choice. Valenda takes this. They're taking their sweet time right now. Renella and Rhaegar. They like their Rhaegar. But he doesn't have 100% today anymore. They just lost... no, wait. No, wait. They have 100% on him. They won the last map. So they picked Rhaegar today 3 times, and those are the 3 games that they won. Coincidence? I don't think so. So apparently they are... It's just a lucky charm. That's why they pick Rhaegar first. If they win this one, then the only thing that you have to do to beat them is you ban Rhaegar against them instantly. You just don't allow them to get Rhaegar. Shizakid is playing Jojo. Lucio gets played by Alex, so again, the quick rotations between the lanes. A lot of gang potential thanks to that. Oh boy, the dogs. Yeah, and there's Lunara, and we get Morena's Diablo. Okay. Yeah, Diablo into the Spider Queen, always kind of nice. Lunara. Ninopia had some very good games with Lunara today. Tons of damage, of course, too. But, yeah. Maiev is something that I would expect to be picked or banned too. I mean, it's maybe a bit too early, but... Vala is another choice. Last time it was Nenopi that played it, though. What else are we missing? I mean, you could still get Leo, the side laners, yeah. So Blaze is still available. Leo is available. They are banning Tracer this time. Even with the Tyrael ban, they're just saying like, Sylvanas is out, Genji is out, let's get rid of Tracer too and make sure that they're not gonna get any of these. They learned the lesson. They learned their lesson in the first game. What does it mean for no game, no life, and for Limo? It's actually interesting that they targeted heavily the damage dealers in the bans. I mean, that's 5 damage dealers banned out. There's the Leo pick and Hanzo. Big fan of the Ice Giant skin, by the way. So, yeah. I like that a lot. This is the one skin on Leo where actually I'm okay if someone doesn't go for the money pick. I mean, personally, I run the money pick with the Ice Giant, but the blue carpet, or you go for the balloon. The balloon is actually not too bad either. But yeah, so Leo is in the game. We got Hanzo. And the final 2 picks for Team Ash. There's Blaze, Diablo, Blaze, and Farlander this time on Tychus. So they are just denying everything to Limu. Any hero that he played or even thought about playing has now been denied to him. So he definitely has to think a little bit outside of the box that he usually operates in. Not that he can't, but still, it's kind of funny to see how heavily he's targeted with a lot of these bans. Now, Toomey is the 3rd map, the final map, so this one counts. And the last pick for Team RageQuit is Maiev. There she is, talked about her a second ago. Now we got Maiev. Final map, everybody. Let's go, and let's see who moves on to the grand final. The final map in the series. It is Tomb of the Spider Queen. Shizakit on Johanna, providing a bit of wave clear for the team. No game, no life on Hanzo. Limu on Maiev. Down for life on Leoric. And Alex Batman on Lucio. To the right side of the map in red, we have Lunara by Farlander. Renella on his Rega again. Morenas on Diablo. Nelopi on Tychus. He's not mirroring that auto attack style. He goes for the quarterback. Most common build. And my tribe is playing a Blaze. Okay. Let's see who gets the spot in the grand final. Who advances here? We currently have, finally, on the last pick, Maiev. So there's a lot. I mean, you have a lot of control here. I'm currently just checking. There's no Anduin on the other side. There's no like Medivh. So if you're hitting a good Entomb, you can get your kill. Depends a little bit on what exactly Lunara is going to do on a level 10, but I suppose that given previous games, we're going to see again Leaping Strike, and so hitting Lunara is maybe not like the best option if you're having the Entomb. Will always do in a pinch, but yeah. Down to the bottom of the map. Down for life. Gets attacked now too. There's the tether. Swing! Again, Leo with a baseball skin. Just imagine it for a second. Look at him. He's just sitting there and he just... I mean, all he does is swing for the fences. All day, every day. We just have to wait a second and we're going to see it again. I mean, he is knocking them out of the park. So, there we go. Bam! Oh, you could make cool animations with that. That would be a fantastic scene. It would be absolutely glorious. But yeah, so 2 kills, sorry, two level 2 to 2, no kills yet. Still a bit of bot lane action as they're going now also for the Siege Giants again. At the 1 minute mark, obviously, you have all of the camps popping up and they're really committing to this. Blue team has already started their own bruiser camps, so are not really sending any resources down here. And Tychus is getting Hanzo'd. Alright. Tychus is also in, like, what? What was he trying to do? Double check the camp or what's going on there? So yeah, I think Hanzo got lost. Maybe he talked too much to Deckard Cain on the last map and got convinced that technology is evil and that he should go full analog, and then he ran into the same problem. Didn't have Google Maps, didn't know where to go, and ran into the wrong direction. So, shit happens. That's a 2nd kill now, and it is still the trade. So, both, again, with a blow for a blow. Already got Maiev down. And there's Mitra getting body blocked and dying too. Yeah, that is again aggressive plays on each side. We have the paralyzing rage in on level 4 now. They go again for In the Rhythm. And I guess we're going to watch out for Tychus and see how many stacks he can get here. But I like that we're just having from the get-go kill after kill and being super aggressive about it. Obviously, it's a bit of a question of, hey, how much can they actually turn in right now? What can they do here? Get the quick turn in. Yeah, it actually seems like the blue team is going to be delivering the first objective in just a moment. They need 20 more, and I suppose those are on Leo. Yeah, most of them are. So if they can sneak those in, that would be the dream, of course. Not a single gem has been turned in yet by Team Ash, but they lost some gems because of the heroes they lost here. So that's a problem. And yeah, they have at least their camp, but if Leo is somehow sneaking the gems in, then we might get the web weavers rather sooner than later. No level 7 yet. There's the tether again. Jesus, they're all brawling it out in the middle. They're going full brawl at this point, and Renella is way too deep. 21 gems, he dies. They're trying to recover them. Limu gets attacked too, but Blaze died in the background. And now it's Diablo that gets chased, and he's at 28 gems, and he is going to fall. This is just a question of when, but he has no chance of making it out. So Lunara died too on the right side. Oh my god, it's a slaughter. 6 kills to 1, level 7 talents, and damn, the turn-in that will follow in just another moment. Yeah, they destroyed most of the gems that they had, and oh boy, that is bad news for Team Ash. They fought tooth and nail to come to this third map, and unless they are preparing for just another comeback, I mean, honestly, given their playstyle, they're probably in exactly the position they want to be in, right? They are level behind, they're 5 kills behind, the opponent thinks they have a lead, and then Team Ash is going to be like, nope, we're going to take this from you. Or not, because now Tychus is dead too, and let's not forget that if you're losing this many gems in the early game, it always has consequences. If you can save them, then losing a few heroes is not necessarily the worst thing. You can always recover, but the gems are your ticket back into the game. And if you don't have those anymore, then you are in for a punishing. And they are for punishment. And yeah, so they are trying to do exactly that. Punish the red team, take them down, maybe even drop the first fort right here, right now. The one in the middle is already low. And they could supposedly, with level 10, which they're getting in a few more seconds, rotate down and take that too. But they, yeah, they take the one top side first. Easy destruction. And Diablo is in trouble. And might die. Morenas. And he's toast. Morenas is down. There's the level 10 abilities. Bam! The cage. The arrow from Hanzo. And they're taking Lunara down. Oh dear. It's not looking good for them. Nope. 9 kills to 1. They take the wall at the keep down. Leo is sitting at the bot lane, just swinging all day, every day, starting to take another fort apart. And they can also, of course, now rotate into the middle if they want to. They still have level 10, and the red team isn't even close to it. With 51 gems that we now see for Team RageQuit, it also means that they very likely will get another turn in. And I don't think that Team Ash can do anything about it. I don't think they have a chance here. I mean, what are they going to do? Fight without heroic abilities? I don't think so. So, yeah. But okay, we'll see. You gotta start somewhere. Every single time you're in a situation like this, one step at a time. One step at a time. Step 1, get level 10. There's one lesson for life that you're taking from this one. One step at a time, boys. Never try to do everything at once. But, well, in this case, they're failing at the first step, at least for now. They don't have level 10. There's another arrow. Zip! And Diablo is dead. Lord of Terror, my ass. Nope. The only thing that is terrifying with him at this point is his death count. 10 kills to 1. Forts down. 2 of them already. There it is. The heroic ability for Team Ash. Hell, it was about time. But they are running out of that. Because that's a turn-in, and that's another Web Weaver wave. So that is going to be the end of the fort in the mid lane. Okay. Things are not looking good. They need to fight back. They need to do something. I honestly don't know how, but they need... I mean, at the end of the day, they need kills, right? But the problem is that there's another Web Weaver wave. The problem is that there's a level 13 talent in the moment. The heroic ability cooldowns are back up for Team RageQuit, with the exception of Hanzo's arrow, which is back in 10 seconds. So this push is going to hurt. And Team Ash, I might be wrong. Again, the qualifier rules have like changed a little bit from one qualifier to another, so it's a little bit difficult for me to keep track. But to my knowledge, if Team Ash loses this, then they have no chance to qualify for the Masters Clash anymore. That might not be 100% correct. Maybe if they're taking third place and win the third place decider, they have a chance to slot in, or at least go into a tiebreaker. But it's definitely going to make it a lot less likely that they're qualifying for the event. So right now we got 10 kills to 1. Still them dancing around a bit. They opened the wall up at the keep. But honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, they did damage. The keep walls are all up. So I suppose they got what they wanted. It's a bit... I mean, it's tricky to really go in and just take the keep down like this. But since the boss is also up for grabs and they are looking at a talent advantage in 2 levels, of course they're going for it. And yeah, it's just a turn in. So they're likely just going to turn in and try to trade boss for web weavers. That's very likely what we're going to see now from Team Ash. Standard play, nothing crazy about it. You just turn in, you sacrifice your gems, but it allows you to defend for free against the boss. So that's what's going to happen. I guess the boss is going to do some damage against the keep at the top lane. But the one good news, so to say, is that we're so early in the game, not even at the 10-minute mark, that the boss didn't scale heavily yet, which means that Team RageQuit can not get too much out of it. They get the early defense, they can push the lanes out, they can meet the web weavers on the right side of the map. But the boss is very, very quickly taken down. Only gets a few hits in against the keep. And that's more... yeah, that's all you can hope for here. It is damaged, but that would have been very different if this is a 20-minute boss, for example. Of course. I mean, duh. Okay. Leo, I guess he's gonna maybe get away. Yeah, if the slow hits him, then I suppose there's a chance that Blaze comes in with the jet propulsion. But as Lucio was already underway and the rest of the team was also saying hello, yeah. The problem is really the leading experience. I mean, they're at level 60 now. They have a 3-level advantage and a talent advantage. I mean, technically not yet, but there it is. And that's a full drain build currently, with the Crushing Hope coming in on level 20. Ooh, the arrow misses for the first time here. But where's the tether? Yep, there it is. And Morenas is going to die. Rega had no chance getting close enough. Ancestral at least on Farlander, but that's not even enough to help him. So that's 2 down. And they can therefore make the play for the next turn in. Could theoretically have tried to maybe poke out the top a little bit. But since Taika is also committed to Odin, there was no real need for it. You can just wait that out, and then he doesn't have cooldown available anymore. And since they had enough gems for another turn in, I mean, why not play it safe, right? They only lost Maiev once in this game. Leo on the way back down to the bottom of the map, pushing that back too. And already Johanna dealing with another camp here. Ensuring, by the way, with that little move that the web weaver is spawning very close to the keep, so they can now apply pressure on 3 lanes immediately as the web weavers travel all the way. So yeah, that's great. That is guaranteed keep damage. Guaranteed. And very likely at least one of them is going to fall. So up at the top, has 2 defending. Jojo is now moving in, taking another wave down. Same thing at the bottom of the map, where Leo is trying to do the exact same thing. They're still missing out on the talent. They're 3 levels behind. Stats advantage is huge. Keep in the middle. That one's the first to fall. Keep at the top is taking a bit more damage. And down at the bottom of the map, if they're really committing here, then I think they can get a third. There's the Entomb. They're trying to go for Diablo. The arrow missed again. The barbecue takes Leo down, but Dibbles died as well. And this time he is down for the entire duration. They still got the bunker up. They are moving in once again as they are hoping to take Maitri down. But he gets the Ancestral and therefore survives. Bambi nearly got Hanzo'd. Hanzo came in with the arrow and nearly dropped her. That was clutch. And that forces, of course, Lunaro to be very careful, especially since everybody is starting to threaten her. Leo is already about to be back. He's back in just another second. They know that the keep is low. Are they committing? Well, they tether 1 into the cage. Okay, there's no bunker available anymore. Maitri is still able to escape. And we have, with Odin back up, immediately the old use. Diablo is now also back, but yeah, if they can poke just a little bit more, they will get this one as well. And there's pressure on the top keep too, so they're buying time, not only for the bot lane, but also for the top lane. There's the next play. Blessed Shield is out. Blaze is already dead. They take Tigers. The gems are about to be lost. Pretty much all of them. They recovered very few. Top keep has now gone down below 50% HP. Another arrow that misses. Yeah, a bit too optimistic on these. We have 3 keeps in total. 2 have been destroyed. The last one is about to fall, and they might not even go for it, because with those kills that they're just locking in the middle, they might just go for the core directly. Shiza Kid has to be careful, moves away from the wave again before he gets killed by it, but we have catapults on the core, working the shield down. Rega is trying to deal with this. They know they very likely can't take the keep here. Sorry, the core. But if they can take the keep, that's already a huge win, even if they have to retreat. And with them now taking Diablo, now he's back, but the core is still taking damage. It's down to 88%. Jesus, they are murdering them. Team RageQuit, the last couple of games were so insanely close, and now that we're on the third and deciding map, Team RageQuit is pretty much going through Team Ash like hot butter through cheese. Finally a couple of kills for Team Ash. Finally they're fighting back here. They got 3 kills, but now they got to do something with them. They really got to build up momentum, and they are trying to do that with taking the boss, but the experience gap is massive. It's going to be level 20. And someone needs to deal with all of these catapults. And it seems like it's Blaze's job, at least for now. Yeah, Blaze is just trying to deal with all those waves that are pushing. Leo has checked what's going on here. By the way, he went into the Burning Despair. Didn't even go for the Buried Alive here. So, yeah. Down to the bottom of the map. What are we getting now? Siege Giants, okay. They have no turn-in. They're far removed from a turn-in. Far removed. 52 stacks on Tigers level 4. Just saying. And yeah, topside boss. They can't even fight here. So that's over as well. 41 gems for the blue team. And now the only question is, can they somehow start another comeback? I have my doubts. This is too much. It's just too much. We're 15 minutes in. The catapults haven't stacked. I mean, they haven't scaled that heavily yet. But as this continues, I mean, seriously, how are you going to pull that off? Catapults will become stronger and stronger. You haven't taken a fort down yet, so you have no catapult counter pressure. Blue team will have a turn-in opportunity roughly around the same time that Team RageQuit does. If they don't have level 20 by then, how do you deliver those gems? By the way, I'm getting a little bit annoyed that they're not turning their gems in. Who has all these gems? There we go. Alex, get that turn in. Thank you. Yeah, they need to deliver those gems. Make sure that they're safe. Put them in the bank. Put them in the bank. So they got 50 delivered. They are missing 3. And then they have another Web Weaver wave. And there's no way that Team Ash is looking at level 20 in time. They can't force that fight. So, yeah. There's another 10 that they got to turn in. They definitely have them. Leo is already doing his thing. Down here, Johanna, she does the same. And that brings us another Web Weaver wave. And that is what they're going to try to end the game. Arrow is hit. And they have to use the Ancestral. Ancestral is used, huge cooldown. Their core is already down to 86%. And now that they are using the Ancestral, this is taking a lot of the survivability away. 2 misses creates a choke point though. And they kill Diablo. He had his stacks at least, but I think they're losing way more than him now. Yeah, they're losing the game here. That is another 2 destroyed. 3 heroes down. Web Weaver's on the ground. Bambi is dead, or at least about to die. Hanzo is dead too, but who gives a shit about him? And that is lights out, everybody. That is game. That is Team Ash being eliminated from the 4th qualifier for the Masters Clash. Team RageQuit goes for the core, locks in the 2-1 victory, and advances to the grand final of the qualifier. GG, well played.